Hello, everyone. My name is Ron Oliver. I am the CEO and founder of Elite Dynamic Life. Been working in the health and fitness industry full time for the last 32 years. It's been an amazing journey and a lot of fun. And today I'm going to share with you some very important information about how to achieve optimal health through hydration. What we teach all of our clients is how to hydrate for life. During this presentation, we will inform all of you about the biggest problems with our modern drinking water, teach you exactly how to achieve a higher level of health through cellular hydration. Did you know that the quality of your drinking water is affecting every part of your life, mentally, physically, and emotionally? Your body is primarily made of water. Now, I know you've heard this. You're 75% water, right? But have you really stopped to think about it? Your heart is 79% water. Your brain, 85% water. Skin, 75%. The blood, 90% water. The intestines, 75% water. Lungs, also 79% water. Your eyes are 83% water. Your liver is 86% water. Your kidneys, 85% water. Even your bones are 22% water. And did you know that the medical establishment in Canada and the United States admits to over 75% of the population suffering from chronic dehydration? And I'm going to tell you, it's in the high 90s based on my research and experience in the industry. Water is critically essential for every process that happens inside your body. This is not something to take lightly. We have a very unregulated industry. The bottled water is absolutely garbage. You will never see me drinking bottled water. It is full of toxins. This is a very unregulated industry. Even all of these things like the Brita filter and a lot of the things they're selling you is absolutely subpar. It's not anywhere near good enough to solve our drinking water problem. What you need to know is not all water is created equal. Tap water is out of the question. I don't care if you live in a city or you got a well. You will not find good drinking water in today's modern world. I bought the equipment to test water for myself. I can test for heavy metals. I can test for bacteria. I can test for free radicals. I bought the equipment. I have tested the water in 40 cities in my country of Canada. Natural springs, rivers, lakes, streams, wells all over the place, the different cities as well. And I've tested every water system that you've heard of, and many you haven't. And what I can tell you is we have an absolute crisis on our hands. Bottled water is garbage. You're going to hear more about that soon. You will never see me drinking reverse osmosis. In fact, in the Scandinavian countries, they're taught never to drink it. You will never see me drinking distilled water. I won't drink well water the way it comes out. And all this alkaline water they're selling you is fake. The wrong water causes oxidation in your body. It's full of microplastics. It's leaching minerals from your bones if you're drinking reverse osmosis or distilled water. You're getting heavy metals, toxic chemicals, and it's all causing acidity in the body. Did you know that chronic dehydration is linked to more than 25 life-threatening and chronic diseases? Have a good look. Look at all the lists of horrible pain that are associated with chronic dehydration, right in the middle. Then you got constipation, poor digestion, inflammation, headaches, asthma, anxiety, mood disorders, poor eyesight, stress and depression, high blood pressure, abnormal fatigue, diabetes, dizziness, hiatus hernia, allergies, excess weight gain, even obesity, and a poor metabolism. Look at this water from New York City, where there's now over 9 million people living. Look at the contaminants detected, 9 times exceeding the level that's appropriate. Look at the level of poison in this water. California, where there's now over 4 million people. This is just Los Angeles, right? Los Angeles, California, where there's now over 4 million people. The water is horrific. Look at the amount of arsenic, chromium hexavalent. Look at the amount of poison in Los Angeles, California. Here's 6 reasons why you should never drink from the tap: chlorine, heavy metals, arsenic, fluoride, hexavalent chromium, pharmaceutical drugs, and the list goes on and on. There's extreme toxins in the biosludge in your drinking water if you're drinking from the tap in a city or small community. They're taking toxic waste from sewage plants, folks. They're processing it. They're turning it into fertilizer, and they're turning it into drinking water, which is what's coming out the tap. What's going into the animals you eat, it's what's in your vegetables. Why isn't everyone alarmed and outraged by this? This is insane. Look at this stuff. It's full of PFAs, which are also known as forever chemicals. It's full of heavy metals. This affects your hormones, and they're finding pharmaceuticals in it. Now, bottled water is not the solution, although it's been sold as it is. Microplastics have been found in over 93% of the world's most popular bottled water brands. This is a very bad situation. Bottled water is typically just purified water, filtered water in a toxic bottle with over 25,000 chemicals found in the water. It's leaching into the water from the plastic. There is no safe plastic to drink from. 50 billion bottles are sold each year in the United States. That is a lot of poisonous water being consumed by Americans. Now look at what we're doing to the ocean. There is now 5.25 trillion macro and micro pieces of plastic in our ocean, thanks to bottled water and other beverages in bottles. That's 46,000 pieces in every square mile of ocean, weighing up to 269,000 tons. This is horrendous. The ocean is said to be Earth's life support, with 97% of the world's water held by the ocean. We rely on it to regulate our climate, absorb CO2, and is the #1 source for protein for over 1 billion people. Back in 2019, Concordia Institute in Quebec, Canada, did a 1-year study. There was multiple editors and authors and faculty members and students from coast to coast were doing a test. They tested the water in all the major cities and many of the small ones. And what they found out was very alarming. It was on global news for almost 7 minutes, and it was just on and off, and nobody was talking about it. They discovered that Flint, Michigan, and Montreal have the same amount of lead in the water. And Prince Rupert, look at Prince Rupert, look at Regina, look at Moose Jaw, look at Saskatoon. And good old Health Canada says that 5 parts per billion of lead is fine. It's not true. There is no safe level. Look at the Mayo Clinic. We copy and pasted this for you to review. Look at the symptoms of lead poisoning. In children, you have developmental delay, learning difficulties, irritability, loss of appetite, weight loss, sluggish and fatigue, abdominal pain, vomiting, constipation, hearing loss, and even seizures. And the bottom one is very alarming, eating things such as paint chips that aren't food. So clearly the child's losing its mind at this point. Children being born prematurely, lower birth weight, we have slowed growth. It's stunting the growth of children, babies. For adults, high blood pressure, joint and muscle pain, difficulties with memory or concentration, headaches, abdominal pain, mood disorders, reduced sperm count, and abnormal sperm, miscarriages, stillbirth, or premature birth in pregnant women. Look at all these articles. There's an article back from 2015 on Fox News talking about then they had discovered 24,500 chemicals in bottled water. Another article talking about fluoride is a neurotoxin, does damage to your brain. And then another one here on Global News talking about how our water is full of lead. And down the bottom, you got chemicals in the water are turning male fish into females. The question is the same thing happening in humans? Well, things seem to be pretty strange these days. Unsafe levels of toxic chemicals found in drinking water of 33 states. Study confirms that fluoride causes weight gain and depression. The list is endless. So I'm going to introduce you to the absolute world's best solution to our drinking water crisis. Now, why would you believe me? Well, I'm a professional of 32 years in health and fitness. You won't find someone more fanatical about their health than me. I have spent tens of thousands of dollars on water purification systems over the last 30 years. I've invested a lot of money in testing equipment as well, and I have tried them all. The best country in the world for this subject of water purification is Japan. You see, in Japan, there's 126 million people in a very small amount of land. So they ended up having a water drinking crisis like we have today, like 50 years ago. And they've probably invested the most money and the most research and development into solving this problem. And a company by the name of Hydrate created a medical grade technology to make an extraordinarily effective water for hydration and detoxification. It makes 5 types of water that are very bioavailable. It makes several pHs for drinking water, depending on your health. It makes a neutral water, which is just a 7 pH. It makes a little bit of an acidic water for your skin. It's an amazing water. They call it a beauty water. All the women love spraying it on their faces. We have this 2.5 strong acidic water, which is actually called hypochlorous acid, which is a proven disinfectant. And then we have this extremely high pH called strong Kangen water. And the reason why we have this word Kangen, because Kangen is a Japanese word that means return to origin. So this is a certified medical grade ionizer. They have several models. I have the one on the far left, the K8. It's their best machine. And we have hundreds and hundreds of families drinking it right now. And every single person will tell you it changed their life. For over 4 decades, Hydrate International has been the leader in water ionization systems that transform regular tap water or well water into healthy, electrolyte-reduced, hydrogen-rich drinking water. If you haven't been drinking it, you are missing out tremendously on incredible benefits. The company has many certifications, global offices in 40 locations around the world, where they can ship to 23 countries right to your door. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic company. So where did it all begin? Well, it started when the Japanese started to try to figure out, about 50 years ago, why the Okinawans were living longer in Japan than everywhere else. And they found out that one of the secrets was their water. And you may have heard of the blue zones. If you haven't, look it up. These are special places in the world where people are commonly living well over 100 years old, up to 120, up to 120 years old. So how does it work? Very simple. We recommend always a good pre-filter system, depending on where you live, because there's so many different water situations going on, depending on where you live, that you need to have to address the primary toxicity with a really good pre-filter system. Once that's been determined, then you hook up your Kangen water machine, where the water then gets filtered again one more time, and then it goes through electrolysis, where you have 8 plates that are made out of medical grade titanium, dipped twice in liquid platinum, so there's a thick coating, because that's a fantastic conductor for electricity. Then a specific amount of electricity is put into these plates. And as you can see from the diagram, you have a negative and a positive charge on the opposite plates. So when the water flows through these plates, the negative charged plate draws the positively charged molecules in the water one direction, and the positive charged plate pulls the negative ions the other. And therefore, you end up having 2 streams of water coming out the machine. One stream comes out the bottom hose that has all the acid in it that you don't want to drink and the free radicals that you don't want to drink. And out the top hose, you have a medical grade, antioxidant rich, alkalizing, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging medical grade water. It's absolutely life-changing. It's the only water I've been drinking for the last 9 years. I won't drink anything else. I own 3 machines. I got 2 in the house, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. And when I travel, I bring my 3rd one with me, because I literally will not drink anything else. Once you try it, you'll think everything else you've been drinking is disgusting. This is a very interesting quote. Any dietary recipe cannot be a scientific one if the property of the water taken by the patients is not taken into consideration. Well, of course, we're 75% water. Now, here's a bunch of professional athletes and celebrities that drink this water. All of them are very wealthy. They can afford any kind of water they want. Why are they all drinking this water? I'm very successful. I can drink any water I want to. I can buy any system I want. In fact, just recently, I got a new client who actually owns a water company. And he's been doing this full time for 12 years. He custom makes filtration systems for people's homes. He has a lot of wealthy clients. Some of the systems he creates for his clients are costing $100,000. He has one of these systems on his house, the very, very best that money can buy. He has this on his house. He has a $100,000 system on his house, and he just bought a Kangen water machine from us. And he's absolutely thrilled with the technology. He thinks it's amazing, just like I do. It's rich in molecular hydrogen. You're going to hear a lot more about hydrogen over the coming years and decades because it's been found out to be the most powerful antioxidant there is. And it's incredible, the effects. And what you're looking at right there is a little bit of Kangen water in a glass. And notice how it's all murky. So you're looking at actual molecular hydrogen in there. And that's what you want in your body. So as often as possible, you want to drink it when it's fresh, right out the machine, when it's full of bubbles, because they usually dissipate in about 25, 30 seconds. So introducing the 8.5 to 9.5 drinking water. And you can also adjust those particular choices with 7 points. So you can really get a lot of variables out of the drinking water. So the real special properties are true cellular hydration. The first gallon I drank of it, I'll never forget. It was absolutely an amazing experience for me. It's electrically charged. It's an antioxidant-rich water. It's highly alkalizing. It's a powerful detoxifier. It's real living water. And this is very, very important because the principle that you must understand if you want to become healthy is nothing dead can support life. Antioxidants are essential if you want to become healthy. So there you're looking at an apple cut in half. Half of it was soaked in some Kangen water, and that actually preserved the apple from oxidizing like the other half is. When you have oxidation in living tissue, you have sickness and disease. It's very simple. Antioxidants aid in the reduction of inflammation and oxidation in your body, which is why it's an anti-inflammatory and an anti-aging water. So you need to know about ORP, oxidation reduction potential. So there's a scale for you to notice that in the middle, there's a 0. On the right, you have very oxidating beverages. And I have an ORP meter, and I have tested all of these products, and I can tell you this is a fact. And what you need is you need the fluids you're putting in your body, especially the water, to be negatively charged, because that's your proof that it is full of antioxidants. And whatever you're drinking should be an antioxidant. You don't want to be drinking oxidants if you want to be healthy. And if you'll see there, look at the number on the Kangen water machine that I own, the K8. It's like we've tested it ourselves. We depending on where we hook it up, depending on where we are when we travel, we're seeing anywhere from about 700 negative to 800 plus negative. It's incredibly powerful source of antioxidants. So let's talk about acid versus alkalinity. There's the pH scale. 7 is neutral. You do not want to be acidic like that old timer. You want to be alkaline like that baby. If you're acidic, you're going to be sick. And if you want to be healthy, you got to alkalize your body. It's just what it takes. It's been 26 years since I was taught this principle. And it's been 26 years since I've been sick. No coughs, no sniffles, no colds, no headaches for 26 years because I was taught this secret. My son is about to turn 25, and on his 25th birthday, we're going to celebrate him not being sick for 23 years. Wouldn't you like to have that testimony? Now, for true cellular hydration, you must understand that 60% of the water in your body is intracellular, and 40% is extracellular. So in order for the water to get into the cells, you need to have no more than 4 to 6 molecules in a cluster of water. And that's in fact how it's found in nature until we've screwed it up. Now, in our modern world, we have now 15 to 20 molecules of water in a cluster because we are forcing water far beyond the rate of gravity underground and forcing it into a little tiny tube up into our home, our office, or our schools. And this is changing the structure of the water. So now the water is literally 3 to 4 times too big, which is why when you drink water, you have to pee so quickly because you're not absorbing it intracellularly. Now we're going to talk about Kangen 6 pH beauty water. This is an incredible water, and women love it because it's a skin toner. It's a great glass cleaner. Plants love it. It helps tremendously with acne. It helps with eczema and psoriasis as well. And then we're going to talk about the Kangen 2.5 hypochlorous acid water. This water is absolutely amazing. It's a natural hand sanitizer. It sterilizes surfaces, helps with acne, clears sore throats, wound care, replaces Lysol, which is, of course, toxic. You can buy a gallon of hypochlorous acid for $200, or you can make a gallon of it for about 5 cents with your own Kangen water machine. And then you can take all the toxic cleaners out your house. It kills more bacteria and viruses than bleach, and it has been approved as a medical disinfectant and sterilizer by the EPA and the FDA because of its ability to rapidly destroy bacteria, fungus, and viral pathogens. It's completely safe for your skin. You can even use it as a mouthwash. Now, the 11.5 Kangen water is also incredible. What we do is we use it to clean up grease because it will emulsify oil. You can soak all your vegetables and your fruits and your nuts in it as well, and it will remove pesticides, herbicides, and insecticides. It removes makeup fantastically well, is what I'm hearing from all the women. You can use it as a laundry detergent. You can even take stains out of your grout on your tile floors. It's incredible. Kangen water will replace all of these toxic and expensive products. So you will save money, not just get healthier. Most of the population is drinking dead, recycled water loaded with oxidizing free radicals causing inflammation and disease and have no idea. Remember what I said earlier, 75% of Americans suffer from chronic dehydration, according to the doctors. It's from Medical Daily. You can look it up. And I'm going to tell you, it's in the high 90s. So in closing, we can easily say that based on the best available research, our dozens of client testimonials, and over 30 years of experience, that a Kangen water ionizer is the best solution to your drinking water problem, period. The best part is that there's a money-back guarantee, so you don't have to trust me or put your faith in some Japanese company where you don't know the people. In Canada, you can buy this technology, use it for 15 days. If you don't absolutely love it, you can send it back. In America, it's 30 days. And let me tell you, you only need about 1 day or 2 or 3 days maximum to figure out on your own that it's the best drinking water you'll ever drink in your life. So thank you for your time. I hope this answered a lot of your questions. Feel free to reach out to us directly. Just go to the contact form on our website at elitedynamiclife.com. Send us a hello. And if you're looking for help with your health, feel free to fill out the form where it says get started, and we'll give you a free consultation. Thanks for your time. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye for now.